This kind of thing shouldn't happen to me. I'm just a boy who watches the sheep. Glory to God in the highest. The lame believe, the dumb will speak the praises of the Lamb. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shine, and in His name all oppression shall cease. And all within us praise His holy name. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Before we start with this video, I want to wish you guys a very happy new year. May you be blessed with all prosperity and success. I hope you have an amazing 2026. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. This video talks about an experience that I had early this December. I hope you enjoy it. This video is part 1 of 2 parts that I'm going to release. This whole video that I'm talking about is almost 50 minutes long, and I don't want to put it up as a 50-minute video, so I'm going to be breaking it up into 2 parts. It's going to be part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is what you're going to watch right now. Part 2 is going to come out tomorrow, so stay tuned. I hope you enjoy this video. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know you're looking at the thumbnail and the title and you're wondering, what exactly did this dude win? What is going on? Why haven't I given you guys an explanation? Which I'm so sorry, it's so late because this thing happened on December 7th, but I did not find time at all to make a video like this. I only got time right now. Starting from December, I had exams on and on. And now I'm on my study holidays. I technically should be studying, but I want to film this video right now. And I don't know when I will film exactly this video if I don't film it right now. So here we are. I'm going to explain everything that happened in a competition that I participated, a singing competition that I participated, and I won. But before we actually talk about what happened in that competition, I want to make sure I give out a few announcements of things that happened in this channel that you might have missed. I made music covers of few Christmas songs, 2 of them to be specific. All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey and Last Christmas by Wham. 2 classic Christmas songs. I made music videos for them, which was so fun. And if you want me to give you a breakdown of how that went, maybe just like put it down in the comments below and I will make a video whenever I get time, because you need to understand me. I'm a full-time student too. I go to a college and life is busy, so I will somehow find time to make a video if you want it. But anyways, yes, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. So now let's get into the video. I have notes here of things that happened on my tab, so if you see me looking down, it's because I'm referring my notes because so much happened. All of this, whatever I'm talking about, happened over the course of a month, so there's like a lot of dates, a lot of like little things that I might probably miss out if I don't write it down, so that's why I have notes here. So I'm gonna get a little religious in this video. And I want to thank Jesus before I thank anybody, because he is the one who has blessed me with all of these talents. And I'm not sitting over here being like I'm the most talented person in this whole planet, but definitely all of us have our talents, and I believe my talents were given to me by Jesus to ascribe glory to his name, and it's only glory to his name, and it's not any kind of like I am a super cool person or like I won this title or anything. It's all glory to God. And I also want to thank my aunt, because you will know, like, let me just tell you the whole story and you'll know why I want to thank my aunt. So let's get into the story of it all. 3rd November 2025. I don't know the exact like what day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know, but it was a weekday. And I vividly remember waking up at 6:15 because I do that every day for college in the morning. And I see a text from my aunt. So I immediately went and checked what she had texted me, and it was this little pamphlet of an event that was being conducted by YMCA Webperi. And it was a pamphlet of the YMCA Super Singer, the competition that I participated in. And I just, like, first look, I just looked at it and I saw the title YMCA Super Singer, and I started clocking it because I was like, oh damn, like super singer. Like, I was like, okay, do I really have to participate in this? Because I thought with like the title and everything there would be professional singers involved, and I never really thought I would have actually find a place there. I thought I'd feel out of place. I never really took that thing seriously. I just looked at it and I was like, okay, YMCA Super Singer, and then I just like exited, and I think I replied to that text with a laughing or a blushing face emoji. And I was like, I clocked the title basically. I was like, Super Singer, like that. And I just did my regular things. I ate breakfast and then I got ready for college and I left. I was not eager to participate, but that's how it is with everything. I'm not a exactly very driven person, but if I really want to do something, I'll actually do it. But this time around, I never really, that feeling of like I want to do this hadn't yet crossed my mind. So all I did was just look at it and I just forgot about it. And then the day just passes by, you know, like I went to college and I come back home at 5 p.m. and then I'm just doing random things. So my grandparents were out of station at this time, and I was helping my mom with the household chores, and she asked me to fold laundry. So I was folding laundry and she was sitting right next to me. I think she was like watching TV and I was like watching TV with her while folding laundry. And all of a sudden she just pulls up her phone and she shows me the same exact pamphlet and she goes, "Do you want to participate in this?" And for a second I just froze. I was like, who gave you this one? And wow, because when she asked me that question was when it actually registered in my brain. Like, it went into my brain and I was like, do you want to participate? Like, when my mom asked me that question was when it actually struck me. And when she asked me that question, she also followed it up with, I will like drop you, pick you up. Like, she made it sound like it was so easy for her that I just couldn't resist saying yes. And I just said yes, and I was like, I'm willing to participate in it. And that was basically how all of this just came to be. I accepted, and there was this Google form link that came with the pamphlet. I clicked on the link, I registered immediately. And I told my aunt about it. I texted her and I was like, I registered. And my aunt was like, wow, cool, like you have the talent, so whatever happens, glory to God. And now the next thing is obviously song hunting and practicing and all of that stuff. But the day that I registered was November 3rd and the competition wasn't until November 15th. So I wasn't really worried. I was like, okay, I have time. You know, I never really stressed about it. Okay, so fast forward a week later, I think it's like 8th or 9th of November, and I'm having a mini freak out because one whole week, remember, like November 3rd was when I registered, and that was a Monday, and that whole week I just did nothing. And then the next week, starting from the next Monday, I was starting to get really freaked out because I did not find a song. In my head, I was like, if I choose a song, then half of it was done. But I just couldn't find the song. And I was having a mini freak out. But then, on Wednesday, I discovered this song called Shepherd Boy by Phil Wickham. Go listen to it. It's a cool song, and I want you guys to go listen to it right now when it's the Christmas spirit, because if you miss listening to it right now, you'll have to wait another year. If you're like me, if you only listen to Christmas songs during Christmas. So I discovered that song, Shepherd Boy by Phil Wickham, And remember, I told you that was all that I wanted, like I just wanted to close in on a song. The next day, Thursday, I get a call from YMCA. They basically just told me that my competition was on November 15th, which was like the coming Saturday, and it was already Thursday when they called me. So like I had one day to practice, and it wasn't fun, especially when they called me Thursday evening. They called me Thursday evening, not even morning. They called me Thursday evening when the whole day was kind of practically over. They call me and they tell me that I am up on November 15th. I just felt like I couldn't do it. And that I had signed myself up for something that was over my limits. It felt like I couldn't do it. Basically, why I just had this mini freak out when they told me that it was on November 15th, because obviously it would have been printed on the pamphlet. Like, why was I freaking out? I should have known it was November 15th, because the poster did not say clearly that it was on November 15th. In the poster, you can see that there are 2 dates for prelims, November 15th and November 22nd. And in my brain, just logically I'm saying, I thought probably there were so many people and they split us in 2 groups, one who would go on November 15th and the other would go on November 22nd. And I thought I would go in on November 22nd, because the more later it is, the more I get to practice. All of my plans are just crumbled down, and I'm asked to come on November 15th, and I only chose a song, and I don't know that song, I don't know the lyrics, and yes, I had to sing by heart. I cannot refer to the lyrics. I was put in a tight spot. But guess what? Thursday evening, not even evening, Thursday night, I sat and learned that whole song. Friday, just sat and practiced that song over and over and over and over and over again. And I recorded myself 10,000 times. I recorded like an audio clip. I recorded a video clip. I just wanted to make sure I sounded good. I did not forget the melody. I did not forget the lyrics. It was so stressful, but I somehow did it. I was kinda ready. By Friday night, we're gonna do this because, like, as I said, all for God's glory, all for Jesus' glory. If I win it, cool. If I don't win it, that's still no problem. It's not like my life depended on it. So I was just willing to just give it a shot and try and see what's gonna happen. The next day, November 15th, my competition date. It came by so quickly. My mind was still on November 3rd, but fast forward November 15th, we are here. It's my competition date and I'm freaking out. So they asked me to be there at 10 a.m. and I was there at like 9:45 because that was all that I needed to like make me freak out even more. Imagine, I'm already stressed and I'm already like anxious. Imagine going late. That would be worse. And there was this front desk where I had to get registered, and I got myself registered and I got a token number. I got the token number 5, I think. And then there was a separate waiting room where all of the parents, all of the contestants, all of us were waiting. And that was where we sat for like, I'd say for an hour. I was listening to my song on and on and on. I just didn't want to forget it, because imagine going up there and forgetting like the key or the lyrics. Like, it would be so horrible. So then someone came in and started calling out people based on their token numbers. And remember, I told you I was token number 5. So what they were doing was they were calling people in batches of 5. So token number 1 to 5 got to go in first, and I barely made it. So I was like token number 5. I got into batch number 1, and they took us downstairs 1 floor to this room where all of the contestants were sitting, and there were 2 judges. I just sat there in the competition room. I was token number 5 out of like the 5 people that were called, so I did not have to go up until all the other 4 before me had to go up. All the 4 people actually sang really well. I felt out of place. I really did not think I'd stand a chance. Truly. And then I was up. All of a sudden they called token number 5 and I had to go up. I was scared that I would get too nervous and I'd like start shaking, And so everyone was like holding the mic with their hands like this, and I knew that if I was nervous, that would be the first thing I'd not want people to know. Like my hand shaking would be like the last thing I want people to know. So what I did was, there was a mic stand nearby. I took the mic stand. I told them I needed the mic stand. It was like my emotional support at that time. I kept the mic stand, I put the mic on it, I introduced myself, and I started singing. And then the rest was history. I really just like blacked out. I sang and I got down, and I was the last person. So like after I sang, I just left. I came back to my mom, to the waiting room, and I told her how it was. I did what I could. I did my best. And then we just decided to go home because the results would only be announced on phone. So each of us would be called if we were selected. I went in at 10. I'd say like I probably came back home by like 12 p.m.ish. I was home. I was just expecting good news. Hopefully I'll get a call, but if it didn't happen, I would be heartbroken. But if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Now fast forward 2 days later, November 17th. November 15th was my competition, my first round. November 17th is a Monday. I go to college. My phone's on silent when I go to college, and I came back home and I forgot to take it off silent mode, and it was still in my bag. So it was on silent mode and it was inside my bag. So even if someone called me, even if someone tried to reach me, they couldn't. I was out cold. So I came back home, I freshened up, I washed my face. I was gonna eat something, and that's when it struck me. I was like, check your phone, because I always do that when I'm eating. I check my phone, obviously. So it crossed my mind. I was like, your phone's still in your bag. Take it. I pick up my phone and I turn it on, and I see a random number and a missed call from that number. And I'm really intrigued. I'm like, who is this person who called me? And I have caller ID. So I go and check on the caller ID, and it says YMCA. So YMCA tried to call me, and I did not pick up. I thought I screwed everything up because I thought they would probably somehow, like I was thinking in a very wild way. I was like, what if it was first come first serve? What if they had someone after me? So if I did not pick up the phone and I did not accept it, what if someone else was next to me? And what if they got the call? And now but I just called back to that number. Thankfully, they picked up, and I was like, excuse me, I got a call from this number. And they were like, oh, we're calling from YMCA. What's your name? And I say, Kevin. And they go, oh, Kevin, you're selected. And they tell me that the second round was on November 22nd, which is basically that Saturday. Again, that Saturday. Like it's November 17th. In a few days, Saturday would be the second round, November 22nd. And basically they give me like a lot of instructions, like I wasn't supposed to bring a track and everything. And I'm like, okay, yes, cool. And we hang up, and I go tell my mom and my whole family, and everyone's just so excited. And I called my aunt, and she was just so proud of me. She was like, you did that. And now next plan of action was to select a song again for round 2. I frantically started song hunting shortly after that call, but all was not well. I did not have time at all to do the song hunting thing, practice, nothing. I had zero time because guess what? I had exams. It's only when you're trying to do something so fun, when they randomly just keep an exam, and then you're like, I had exams the whole week, like starting from November 17th till like November 22nd was a Saturday, so till November 21st, Friday. I had the whole week, I had exams, and then the next week I had a new set of exams starting. So it was like the whole week before the competition I have exams, and the whole week after the competition also I have exams. So the whole week before the exams, like after I got the call, I thought I will actually have time to do song hunting, practice, blah blah blah. Did not have time, and I couldn't do song hunting, so my mom came in clutch, and she was the one who was song hunting for me. And then she chose a couple of songs. She chose 2 songs, and I ended up choosing Mary Did You Know, and I sang that in front of my family, and everybody liked it. And so we had a song in our hand, Mary Did You Know. But I was in for a treat. I did not know how difficult it would be for me to sing Mary Did You Know, not because it has great high notes or it has low notes or it's emotional, none of that stuff, because I couldn't memorize the lyrics. I could not get the lyrics for the life of me. It's fine if I mess up the lyrics. It's like I forget the lyrics and I black out. That's the problem. And you know when I discovered this problem? You know when? On Friday, and the competition is Saturday, the next day. Friday evening I come back home, my exams finish, first set of exams finish, and I come back home and I'm just like sitting with my computer and my headphones, and I'm trying to learn this song. I learned the song very quickly because like the melody is easy, and come on, we all know Mary Did You Know, like it's an easy song. But the lyrics, I just couldn't get it for the life of me. And I tried to memorize it. I tried to do all of these tricks. I tried all of that, but it wasn't working. And I even went and sang in front of my family, and I ended up forgetting the lyrics. So I had to take my phone and refer. And my mom was really concerned. She was like, "Will you be able to do this?" And I was like, "I don't know, but we're gonna do it." So again, fast forward, November 22nd. The day number 2 is how I've labeled it here. So basically round number 2 was on November 22nd, and today again I was asked to be there at 4 p.m. So the rest of the day all I did was just study for the second set of exams that I had, because I have to. I didn't want to, but I had to. And I studied, and then I practiced when I got bored of studying. And again, did not want to get into the whole like stress of going there late and then dealing with that whole stuff. I didn't want to do that, so we ended up leaving early. And just like that, you have come to the end of part 1. I hope you enjoyed this part, and I hope you had fun listening to me talk about it. Tomorrow part 2 drops, and it's gonna be talking about my finale and the big day. So stay tuned. I hope you watch part 1 and part 2 fully. Thank you so much.